So you've been sitting on your coaching idea, tinkering with it, making sure it's perfect, and you feel 80% almost ready. But there's something inside of you kept saying, I just need one more thing before I can tell the world about it. Sounds like you? This episode is made for you, my friend. So yesterday I was having lunch with my business bestie, and she happened to share something that was holding her back because she wasn't entirely ready and she didn't want to be caught fumbling through when people ask her, "So, what do you have to offer?" Let me know if you feel this way too, because that 80% almost ready is probably the reason why you are not getting any clients, or maybe you're so ready to get out there, but you just hesitate, which is a valid concern. But it also led to years of hesitation. I kept telling her she was ready to roll out the red carpet to welcome her client, but she kept holding back. Now, here's the question I wanted to ask you. What is the cost of actually waiting, no visibility, no client whatsoever, and clearly no clarity? So, my business bestie and I have been together for the last 5 years, ever since that I started my coaching business. It was the second year when I met her. And since then, we've been masterminding together. We spent a lot of time talking about our business. I gave her some idea, and she also gave me some feedback to my ideas. And comment down below, let me know if you also have a business bestie. But the point is that she kept seeing me scaling up and moving forward, but then she kept finding herself looping in that almost ready mode. And no matter how many times I have told her exactly what to do, there's always that hesitation that pulls her back and thinking, I need this one more thing in order to make that announcement, in order to know exactly what is it I'm offering. And so you might find it this way too, where you find yourself constantly in that endless loop of almost ready. And when you're in that space of I'm almost ready, you're constantly thinking about maybe I need to have a better niche. Maybe I need to narrow it down. Maybe this is not specific enough. And maybe I need to know exactly what I'm offering, what that package will look like before I can make the announcement. So the reality is the moment that you start looping yourself in that I'm almost ready mode, you're probably not making the announcement as you're supposed to in order to get the clarity. The only way that you can get clarity is actually by making that announcement. And this is something I encourage all my clients to do is once we have the message down, once you are able to describe or put together a simple package, and it doesn't have to be your signature package. Once you have those two elements down, what your next step would be to actually make an announcement to let the world know that you exist. Because once you make that announcement, you actually have to repeat it several times in order for people to recognize and remember this is what you're doing. Here's a very important concept that you should know. Clarity doesn't come first. It actually comes after you start taking action. So the more action step that you take, the more clarity you're going to have, which is why a lot of coaches spend years upon years just trying to figure out and having that clarity because they hesitate. They always think that the clarity needs to come first before they can take the action step, which is quite the opposite. You need to have the action step first so that action will lead to information. Information will give you the clarity that you're looking for. Whether it's your niche, whether it's your package, no matter what you create in your coaching business, clarity always come after you start taking action. if you find yourself stuck inside that 80% almost ready mode, here's how you fix that. Step number one is you want to obviously make it an announcement. Say, hey, this is what I'm doing now. And if you want more, come and get it. This way, you are inviting your audience to have conversation with you. And with that conversation, it's going to give you the clarity to what would your next step be. Step number two, once you make that announcement, is you want to sketch an offer that's easy to articulate and you can customize it based on the person that you're speaking to. And it doesn't need to be your forever signature package. Something that would just describe how many session people are getting, the ballpark price that you have estimated, and also the result that your client may be walking away with after they completing this package. Once you got the two-step down, the last step is to deliver and listen. You want to go ahead and serve your clients, deliver the result, and refine it as you go. Because there's a good chance that the first package you put out, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be with the perfect duration of time, number of session, the perfect price. The first time is so that you can get information. So step three, make sure that you deliver and listen and let your client's feedback tell you how you're going to shape your signature offer in the future. So you might be asking, Michelle, that's risky to take, right? But why does this work? Because number one, you're going to get a paying client a lot faster than if you just hold yourself back and keeping it all quiet under the cover and thinking that, well, eventually, once I have this figured it out, I will get out there and make an announcement. But in reality, the longer that you wait, the more effort that it's going to take in order for someone to get to know you, like you, and trust you, and therefore wanting to pay you. But in the meantime, you lost your skills, you lost your confidence in knowing and believing that you can have a coaching business that can grow and thrive. So during this time, if you continue to hesitate, your confidence level is going to drop. So you want to do this because you want to build confidence through doing and not with waiting. You also validate your coaching idea. So let's say you have a package idea of having 4 sessions and each session is going to be 60 minutes long, or you want to meet with your client every other week and these sessions would be 90 minutes long. So you get a chance to validate your coaching idea in the real world with real clients who's going to give you a lot feedback about what worked, what didn't work, so that you can take that information back into your business to perfect it, to even refine it, and to make it better for your next client who's you're going to serve. The other reason why this approach actually works is because now you're tailoring your result to the client that you are passionate about serving and the result that your clients actually want, which helps you to shape your eventually signature package that you've been looking for. So here's your action step for this week. I want you to go ahead and write a post. It doesn't have to be fancy, doesn't need a lot of perfect sentence or perfect way of writing this copy. Simply just go onto a platform of your preference and just make an announcement and say, hey, this is what I'm doing now, and here's how I can help you. And if you want more information, please reach out and come and get it. That's it. That is the clarity you've been waiting for, because the only way you'll know if your offer is actually legit, valid, and it lands with your perfect client is when you put it out there, try it out, deliver, and get the result, help your client get the result. That announcement is your first domino effect of what is to come later. Everything else gets easier once you just push it over. And listen, I totally get it. If you're sitting there and feeling that you're 80% almost ready, waiting for the perfect package before you can tell the world about it, this is your sign. I want you to go ahead and make that announcement. Hey, I'm doing this now. The clarity, the confidence, and those dream clients, they're going to come after. And if you want a clear step-by-step roadmap so that you're not spinning around in circle, wondering what to do next, I got you. I created a coaching business roadmap. It's a free 3-step guide that's going to show you the exact milestones that every successful coach hits on the way to get their paying clients. And it also tells you what actually matters right now and what you can ignore for later. They also show you how to move forward with clarity instead of just figuring it out. You can grab your free roadmap with the link in the description box down below. And here's the thing, stop waiting, start declaring, own that space because you are ready enough. Until next time, remember, clarity comes after action.
My brother love.